What I've got on the bench here today is my function generator. It is a GW Instek, a 8020 series, and the problem I've had with it is that the display has gone very dim. So if I go and turn out the lights, all of them, you can see how dim the display is over here. And that led to me probing around, getting out the data sheets for stuff such as the ULN2003 over here, which is driving the cathodes, and then the 4511, which is the BCD to 7 segment display decoder, which are using to drive these are common cathodes. So the 4511 drives the anodes of the LEDs in the 7 segment displays, and the ULN2003 is doing the multiplexing on the cathode side of these displays. And what I did is I probed around and had a look at the voltage waveforms. So what I looked at is the 5 volts. Is that good? The answer is yes, it is. And then I had a look at the output from the 4511, and that's also good. Now I'd look to see what was going on the output to the ULN2003. Also good. I thought, well, that doesn't make sense then. Why is a 7 segment display so dim? So I thought, well, I've got some more of these displays, which is there you can see it changing. It's upside down, of course. I've got some more of these. Let's try changing one out and just see what happens, because there doesn't seem to be a logical explanation for why these LEDs are so dim despite having the right current through them. Changed it out, and now it's nice and bright again, because it was really dim and hard to read, which is not so nice. Now the other thing I've noticed is that these LEDs down the side are also rather dim. So I'm going to go ahead, change the rest of these displays and these LEDs as well, because I'm not too happy with them. I've got some nice bright LEDs that I can install and get this thing restored to proper working order, because it's an otherwise perfectly good instrument. So what I'm going to do is spend some time with a soldering iron on the back here and get these out, get them changed, and then I'll bring you back when this thing is all fixed out. But I've been spending about 2 hours over here looking into the circuit and probing around and wondering what is going on and why should this fail. But apparently this one, there's the original one, it's gone dim. Can you believe it? And even these LEDs over here, they don't seem to be so happy anymore. This thing is about, how old is it? 2013, 2014 when I got it, so it's 10 years old. It's not that old by standards. So it's odd that the LEDs have sort of biodegraded. They haven't been exposed to heat or a lot of use. Very strange. Anyhow, I've got some more. Let me pop them in, and I'll see you later. Then we'll see how the result turned out. sync up audio. Okay, so after what seems like an incredible amount of faffing around to get this changed, this display is good again. I've changed those LEDs so they're nice and bright. So, a bit of luck, if you do that, and I'll swing this camera around, kind of like so, we can see the result. Oh, that's so much better. So much better. Right, so megahertz works, kilocycles works, and it's low frequency. There we go. The LED is working. The Hertz light is on. So I think that's all working. Yeah, nice. That is a success. It's quite a faff to change these displays, I must say. That's not fun. You will see it in the time lapse, or you've seen it in the time lapse by now. But anyhow, if we turn out some lights here, we can see the result. There we go. Oh man, that's nice. That's nice and bright. Turn off my head torch as well. Yeah, that's nice. So can you believe it? These LEDs and the displays had failed and gone bad on this thing. That's a surprise. But we fixed it. So now I can reassemble this back into a slam shell, and it's ready for action again. Very nice. That like so. And then we remove the mains cord so we don't develop unwanted electrical contacts. I'm not going to subject you to soldering on, switch off. I'm not going to make you sit through the business of this being reassembled. That's how it works. It's fairly simple actually. That goes in there like that. It's not terrible. These things fit over there like that. There's 4 of them. It's actually quite nicely made, this thing. Like that goes over there. That cap out the way. Then we need the handle. Fits in there like so. Now we need the main socket. This might be hard. Let's see. How much is it gonna fight me? Put those back. Fiddle, 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 and zoom out a bit. I'll try to anyway. No, tighten that up. Okay, let's try that again. Put that back. Now we want one more cover to go over. In theory. What needs to happen is I need to get these things maybe if I feed them through first. It'll help. One more. There we go. Proper brass nuts inside this thing. I really need to get myself a bit more organized when it comes to the soldering and desoldering equipment of mine. That was quite a battle to change those displays. But one of the things you notice me doing is using a bit of solder wick as a heat spreader for removing of the 7-segment displays. That worked really well. Crunchy noises. Let's see this one. Tight, tight, tight. Yeah, I use these as heat spreaders. How? To heat all the pins of the 7-segment displays at once by putting them across like that on the back of the board. That worked very well. I can recommend doing that. Alright, let's see if we can get this set up. Alright, so that's back in one piece. Nice. Let's fire it up. Stick that in there. Oh yes. How nice is that? Beautifully fixed. The LEDs, let's start with the top one. So that's megahertz. Kilocycles. Kilocycles. That's 100 hertz. And now we're into milliseconds. So the M light has come on over there. And that's really slow. So that's 535 milliseconds. So that's very slow. Nice. Yeah, no, I really missed this nice bright display. So I'm glad it wasn't something that required component level work. I was unable to find some suitable drawings for this. Give it a bit of a clean with some IPA. Yeah, this has been discontinued. Drawings for it are unobtainium. And what I was able to find does not match the hardware, unfortunately. But luckily it was not an electronics problem. It was actually LED failure. Can you believe it? Oh, that's so much better. Now I can use it again. Alright, that concludes my repair of my signal generator. We are back in business. Don't know why these failed. And also these little 3mm LEDs, they went all dim on me. So I'm going to clean all that up. In the bin it goes. And we put this flux away, which actually is quite a huge help with desoldering. We're going to call it a day. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for enduring me sitting here faffing around with this and getting it going again. It's never a quick process, but the result is very pleasing. I'm happy with that. So take care. Till next time, I'll see you for more stuff here on this channel. Alright, cheers.